thank you. I want to echo Amanda's thank you for your turning in all your data, because we would not be able to present any of this to you without the data that you turned in. So many thanks again. And just for ocean sciences, I want to say that we have a no repeats rule, because we do get an awful lot of applications. We try to spread the federal dollars that we have to as many students as possible. So we would prefer that students participate in an REU only once for ocean sciences. However, I make lots of exceptions if there's a special reason to. If the student is disadvantaged, if they're a veteran, if they're from low income, community college, first generation college student, if there's a good reason for that student to have a second REU experience, and that it would really be something that would benefit that student greatly, I grant exceptions. We also have the March 15th or later deadline for student acceptance. I think that's GEO-wide for earth sciences as well. And encouraging, I'm really encouraging the recruitment of men. Please try to get men to apply, because we have a lot of women, as you'll see, in ocean sciences. Here's our gender. So this is the last decade. We've had a lot more women. I hear from all of you that more women apply. They send their applications in on time. You know. So I understand that it's difficult, but please recruit some men to apply. So we are encouraging this. There's something. I don't know what it is, but we are encouraging this. So I mean, I'm glad to see all the women are interested. A lot of this also is driven by biology. We have a lot more women interested in biology, and but we do need to keep an eye on this, because it's not really very balanced. And I'd like to see all the sites have at least 2 men. You know, I don't want a site that's 100% women. If possible, I'd like to avoid that, and I don't want just one guy. If the situation were reversed, I'd be upset. So please keep that in mind when you're recruiting your students. Ethnicity, we have also had a good. You've obviously made a lot of effort to recruit the students, and I really appreciate it. We're going the right direction, and this makes such a difference. I think that our REU, I've always said the REU program is our best recruiting tool for graduate schools, and if we can get students into the REU programs, they have such a good chance of getting into, be interested in graduate programs and getting in. So thank you for all your efforts to recruit students who are underrepresented. It really does make a difference. Polar programs. I also am, for the last 4 years, I've been working for the Office of Polar Programs. And I welcome REU supplements to any of the sites, Earth, Ocean, Atmosphere. If you've got students who are working with a polar PI on a polar-related and Arctic or Antarctic project, I would be happy to supplement your program to host that student. And if you want an REU site that is polar-related, please let me know. Those sites are funded by each of the Arctic and Antarctic separately, but I can help get that organized for you. And PIs certainly are encouraged to submit an Arctic or Antarctic, even if you're not taking those students into the field, if they're working on Arctic or Antarctic subjects at wherever you are. So please do call me before submitting any of these, so that we can coordinate, so that it doesn't land in the wrong place and I don't know about it, and it really helps if I can coordinate these types of supplements and REU site requests. And that's it. Oh, actually, I do have one other comment. The NSF 2020 that Amanda mentioned earlier, that website opened just at the beginning of this month. So it's actually a prize. It's a competition, prize kind of a thing. We're hoping that people will submit ideas for where our research should be going in the future. And you can submit as an individual. You can submit as a team of up to 5 people. High school students, high school teachers can submit for their classrooms. So it's kind of a different way of operating for NSF. There's prize money available. I think it's $20,000 or something like that. It's not a lot, but it's a stage competition also. You submit your ideas first, and we go through it, and I think in the end there'll be about 10 groups that are asked to submit a video about their ideas, and then that will be judged, and there'll be, I can't remember the final number of prizes we're going to select, but it's an opportunity to tell NSF where you think research should be going in the future. It's critical for us to hear from you, and so I really hope you'll take a look at that website, NSF 2026, and consider giving us advice, your best advice on where we should go in the future. So thank you.